Okay, this is Sal Gentile. Birthday is 7/13/49. He was with the National Guard, and he was activated by the governor of New York City during the mail strike they had. And this interview is on May 12th, 2012 in Tarpon Springs, Florida. And you're on.
Well, thank you. My name is Sal Gentile, and approximately 10 months ago, was actually on my birthday. Was out with some friends that evening, and little did I know that when I came home that night, the noises of the band we were at and listening to and eating dinner were basically blocking the tinnitus that had formed in my brain. Talking about a high level of tinnitus where I hear basically 4 or 5 different phantom sounds, as they call them, throughout the day. Everything from hissing to machine-type noises going through my head 24/7 a day. And it made me very depressed. I didn't understand it. I didn't know why I had it. I didn't know what caused it. I couldn't get out of bed. Very active individual who couldn't get out of bed till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and became very depressed. And had read somewhere about the American Tinnitus Association, which is a non-profit organization that supports people who have severe tinnitus, specifically the military and civilian population. And I joined, and the first thing I did was spend time on their Facebook website, and I found 7,000 other tinnitus sufferers throughout the world who would converse on this website and talk about different issues that they have with their ears and different noises and remedies, how they would help themselves. Some would purchase little iPods and listen to ocean noises, soothing noises. I found a lot of good ideas from these folks. As a matter of fact, I had went to approximately 10 different ENTs and professional doctors who just told me it was something I had to live with. And that wasn't good enough for me. I had to find a way of living through this. And I did. I took the advice every day from these tinnitus sufferers who were compassionate with one another. They're supportive, and they have great ideas. I found different tools, such as the iPod that I had mentioned, with the white noise. White noise is very effective, and white noise, again, is anything from rain and thunder, any types of noise that can detract your mind from the noise of the everyday tinnitus, or the different noises of the tinnitus. To move on, I started feeling back to myself, and I eventually went on to become the state event coordinator for the state of Florida, and I'm an active participant in the American Tinnitus Association's Tour de Tinnitus. The Tour de Tinnitus is a bicycle ride that was started last year by a gentleman by the name of Mark Church, who had this dream of eventually having tinnitus sufferers riding through every state throughout the United States. Mark rode the Katy Trail in Missouri last year, which is approximately a couple hundred miles, and raised about $3,000 in donations for the American Tinnitus Association in support of a cure. This year, which was Mark's goal, was to try and identify some riders, tinnitus sufferers who would like to ride in different states, and we actually have riders in about 4 different states, every place from St. Louis, Missouri, to Tampa, Florida, Connecticut, riding up to Canada. My ride is on May 19th, and I'll be riding with the Cohoochee State Park Trail. It's a 46 one-way mile trail, which was an old railroad track up in Inverness, and now turned into a state park. And I'll be riding actually 100 miles, which is back and forth to and from the trail, in addition to about 6-7 miles of hills. And I've raised over $4,600 on my own in support of a tinnitus cure from family and friends, and different organizations that I do speak to. I go out and speak locally to organizations to try and educate the population, because tinnitus is a very unappreciated condition. Actually, in regard to our military, the VA has spent $2.2 billion to date on disabled veterans, specifically coming back from Iraq. And unfortunately, there's no cure for this right now, so they're just putting them on disability. It is the #1 service-connected disability from veterans returning from Iraq. So in addition to the ride that I'm doing, I wanted to promote tinnitus awareness because, again, it's an unappreciated condition. Not many people understand what tinnitus is. And so I had the opportunity to be on ABC with Linda Hurtado, the health news reporter, and she interviewed me. I was in the Tampa Tribune on the front page in the Health for You section. There was a big article about how I helped cure myself, and how you don't really just have to live with this, and there are ways of curing yourself. I've been on some talk radio shows with some prominent tinnitus professors, and again, this is all promotions trying to have our population understand, again, this unappreciated condition that particularly our military is suffering through right now. In addition to my ride on May 19th, my Tour de Tinnitus 100-mile bicycle ride, I started a support group with the help of the American Tinnitus Association, and this is the first Tampa support group that will be conducted, of course, in the Tampa Bay area, actually in the University of South Florida. And so far I have about 15 or 18 participants who are anxiously waiting to hear my story and to see how we might be able to help them. Although we're not doctors, we do give them the ideas that were communicated to me and taught to me through the American Tinnitus Association. I'm looking forward to this. We conduct these meetings every 4th Thursday at USF. I have more information on this if anyone would like to. If I can give my email, it's RUNTS, that's runts, at myway.com. That's RUNTS at MYWAY.com. It's the best email to reach me, and I can certainly share more information with you. I have a website for my support group. I have a brochure. I have information that I think you would find very interesting. So we are looking for and recruiting at this time tinnitus sufferers, particularly in the military organizations, because we do know that when a military man or woman is somewhere under fire, they do not use any ear protection because they do not though they cannot hear muzzle fire behind them, so they don't want to be surprised. And when they do have that muzzle fire, or if there are any explosives, they do come back with this debilitating condition. So again, my name is Sal Gentile, American Association Tinnitus Support Coordinator for Tampa Bay, and that is my story. And to end, I'd like to just tell you that 10 months ago, I couldn't get out of my bed, as I mentioned, with this debilitating condition, and I just returned from a cruise approximately a week ago. And there are things you can do. So when professionals tell you there's no cure, there's no help, there is a lot of help out there with the American Tinnitus Association, and I'm anxiously looking forward to helping others. Thank you.